Welcome to Aunty Lous Hour. If you like this podcast, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
So, this is the 30th episode of Aunty Lous Hour, and I thought it would be really nice for you. I thought it'd be really nice for us to talk about and who we are, and maybe you can ask me some questions about who I am, and I can ask you some questions, and I think it would be really nice just to share, because there's a lot that we've been through over the last 5 years, and
Why did you choose 30th as our
30th?
Yeah, the
30th. Did I say 30th? My God, 30th episode. Yeah, no, the reason I chose 30th.
Oh, it's 30th episode. I thought today is the 30th.
No, let's get into it. Without the audience listening to us rattling on.
Yeah.
So listen, let's just start. When I met you all those years ago, I remember the first time that we met. We met at a Tantra event.
Yeah.
Because I was actually on the flipping lookout. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to meet someone that was on my level because
you're out there hunting, huh?
Yeah, well, I was actually, because I put in a lot of flipping effort. I was looking pen, I was banging gym, I was looking after myself, and I thought, I want to meet someone that looks after themselves.
Yeah.
So why did you go to this speed dating event? Why did you pay £50 to go to the speed dating event?
Was it £50? I can't even remember. Well, I think that I don't know if I was desperate at the time, because I remember I was going through a minimum of 6 months of full hardcore personal development, and I was pretty aware and conscious of what I was doing. And I just had lots of clarity and intentions when I got there,
So you wasn't, no, but I don't understand. When you went to this speed dating event, why did you go? Was you looking for someone?
Oh yeah, of course I was looking for. Why else would I go there to buy a watermelon? So it's quite so funny.
And I remember, and I have to say this, I will, because I remember we had this speed dating event and we had to go around in a circle and talk to different people. And I must say, watch this space, because I think I'll do a speed dating event, because I think it's amazing. Because there are so many people out there that really want to meet someone like who they've got something in common with, and it's really difficult.
Yeah. So basically, when it comes to the dating world and the dating business, people meet people who are on the same level. So if you're gonna go and meet somebody down at the club, don't necessarily expect to get married next month, because you met them down the club.
Well, that's what you do.
You're probably taking pills. That's right. So if you're gonna go and meet them down at the church, guess what? Expect them to be more religious, So wherever you're going to meet those people, they're gonna be surrounded by that energy and space.
Yeah. But anyway, it wasn't an easy road for us. It wasn't. And one of the things that I always say was, I stayed present. This is what happened. I'm just gonna say it as it is. Yeah. That I remember. So after this speed dating event, we connected. And he said to me, can he see my Facebook? And I thought, so we said that we want to meet up.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, we said that we
wanted to check you out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Let me see some pics.
We said we wanted to meet up.
Yeah.
And then you said, let's do Facebooks. And then
but can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
So I remembered why I asked for your Facebook or Insta or something.
See how big my ass was?
No. Well, that was first on the list. But you had a picture on your I think WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You had a picture on your WhatsApp when you were looking like them hippie kids that I don't really like. You're dressed up like a boy and ripped jeans, and I'm like, and some boots on, and I'm like, I know she's got something else to show, because that picture wasn't really my cup of tea. You know how I'm like when you dress up like a tomboy and And I said, I need to see some, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is fresh.
So I remember we met up, and we went for a walk around Hyde Park, didn't we? We went for some lunch, and then after that, we went for a walk around Hyde Park.
Yeah,
we walked for a long, long period of time.
Oh yeah, I think we literally went all the way around Hyde Park, and took us like over 2 hours or something like that.
But what I remember sitting on the grass, and you took out some music, and I thought, brother, I've got some. Yes, you took out some music, you put on some music, and I loved it. The sun was shining. And I remember, and I thought to myself, it's kind of all right, you know. And I thought, let me just say it. And I just said, oh yeah, by the way, I'm living with HIV, but it's not a big deal. You know, I can't pass it on to you. But what about you? When have you been tested? I kind of turned it around to say, I'm all right, Jack. What about you?
Yeah.
And you were really cool. You were really cool, because in them days, you didn't have the mouth that you have now. In those days, you were all cool and all like,
oh, namaste.
Yeah, you were.
Talking really slow.
Yeah.
My A game.
You've changed now. You've got a big mouth. So, yeah, so that was, because that was, I felt quite a little bit, what's the word, you know, nervous about it, because I didn't know how he's going to react, because I didn't want to invest any more time in you
or in anybody that's
that is not even open to it. But you were open, and you were like, it's not that deep kind of thing. Like, all right,
yeah.
So we got over that hurdle, and we started to date. And oh my God, it was like amazing. That I really enjoyed that. You really brought your game, you know.
Yeah.
Because
do you remember how many trips you did from East London to North West?
Yeah, I know.
In 1 year.
Yeah, I know. But it felt good. I think there's one thing that I will say though after this experience is that, you know, like all through my, you know, like 20s and 30s and even 40s, I didn't know, you know, and you don't know what's acceptable when it comes to love. Now, when I say you don't know what's acceptable, you kind of put up with shit.
Yeah.
You know, and you think, well, I might not find anyone, and, you know, I'll give this a go. But actually...
Yeah, especially after you go through all sorts of breakups and, you know, just experiencing different relationships that, you know, disappoints you at the time. Yeah, it makes sense. You're, you know, trying to protect yourself more.
But I found unconditional love with you, I believe, because I feel like kind of the happiest and the most open and authentic to who I am.
Yeah. So you know, what's my view on unconditional love and us and anybody else on this planet? Because I hear a lot of gurus now talking about, I'm experiencing unconditional love on a daily basis, and I'm just all made out of a super sweet bubble. I think if we're being honest and down to earth, we experience unconditional love. It's just not every single second of the day, because that's impossible. Like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we change every day. Imagine a week or 2 years or 3 years, we change, and we develop expectations, and we develop different habits and different point views and different beliefs. You believe in your stuff, and I believe in my stuff. And I might not be able to fully accept you in certain places.
Yeah.
You know, so what does that mean? That I'm not unconditional, fully love you? You know, I don't love you unconditionally? No, I don't think so. You know?
You know, I was just thinking about the whole age difference. And I was thinking that, you know, like people, you know, you may have heard people say this, that you have to love yourself first, you know, before you can even think about loving someone else. And it's so true.
100%.
Because when I realized what our age difference is, I thought I literally had two heads. I've got someone on one shoulder saying, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, You're not Madonna. Do you know what I mean? You can't be going out with somebody so young. Why would you do that? You know, because of what society would say. And the other side, somebody else on this shoulder saying, but you get on so well. You know, you laugh. You've got so many things in common. Do you remember how many things in common? We like similar music. We like similar food. You're vegan. I'm vegan. We do yoga. But it wasn't just about those things. It was about kind of it. I don't know. We just kind of connected.
I think it's about that, and having similar habits. I think is wow. You know, it's very good. It's very beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, but I think we had similar dreams as well. So that's what keeps us together, because of the end goal of our lives. I want to get there, and you want to get in the same place. So I'm like, well, then let's do it together.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that was really, really important.
And so, you know, with the age difference thing, because we've got 20 years difference, right? And people are freaking out because, what you gonna do later? What's that gonna happen? Oh, who's gonna die first? Are you gonna get sick, or the other's gonna... That's not as important as, imagine this scenario. I find somebody my age, and I spend the next 10 years feeling miserable because we only resonate on the age. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just to bow down to society's requirement, I have to suffer. Or that other person has to suffer as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, when they say it's all about love, that makes sense. But it's not all about love. You have to have things in common, you know, you have to have similar dreams, you have to resonate on many, many levels. And I think this is what we have.
Yeah, I think so. The only thing we don't have in common is that we're not similar age and we're different color. You know, we don't have that in common. But apart from that, I think we have everything else. Like we resonate, like we can laugh. I mean, look, I've been in relationships before. I've been around the block a few times. And, you know, by 5 years, I've had enough. You know, they're getting on my flipping nerves. Do you know what I mean? In some way. But I still feel like we've just met. I still feel like that. I still feel that excitement. I still feel that, you know, I'm not bored. I'm not fed up. And I think the fact that we're both in therapy, I think that helps as well. Because when we don't get on, I think that we've learned ways to handle that the best way we can. I mean, we're both neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what drew us together. I mean, you didn't know you had ADHD till you were older. And I didn't know I had dyslexia until I was older. But when we met, we didn't really talk about that. But that came out as we started living together.
Yeah. So I think in a true, honest relationship, commitment is very important, because we're also different and we're going to change throughout our lifetimes so many times, you know. But it's important to learn how to set boundaries and commit to one another, because you're going to encounter all sorts of problems, all sorts of ups and downs. So if you decide, the earlier the better in the relationship, if you decide to commit and say, listen, no matter what's going to happen, we're going to stick together, then that right there is going to be one of the strongest pillar or the foundation of your relationship.
Yeah, but I feel that one of the most important things that I've learned, like being in a relationship with you, I feel this is the most mature relationship I've had, funny enough. Like when it comes to blame, like you made me feel like this, it's your fault, you know, I'm blaming you because you're making me feel a certain way. I think, you know, taking responsibility for how I feel, you know, looking after, you know, my thoughts and feelings and not expecting you. It's about those expectations, not expecting you to always get inside of my head and be the perfect person that I think I need. No, it doesn't work like that. I can only look after myself. Once I look after myself, I can help with our relationship and vice versa. If you're good, we're good. If I'm good, we're good. But if I'm not good, we're not good. So I need to sort my good out. I need to sort my shit out and not blame you.
Yeah. And that's one of the hardest things to do, isn't it? It's very challenging.
Yeah.
You know, because we all have expectations from one another. And I just think it's really hard.
Think most importantly, like when we first met, when you took your top off, I thought, wow, I've never seen someone so, you know, I honestly, I'm not.
Look at what you made me do. I dropped my mic.
I'm not objectifying you, but it helped. It did. It helped. And you know what? I think what some
kind of like that short black skirt that you wear on our first date.
Some men, you know, but some women, myself included, you kind of because you think that you can't, maybe you're not enough. I know that I definitely have had self-esteem issues, and so I never really put myself out, like my heart out there. Yeah, I date, yeah, we go for dinners, yeah, but my heart was never really why? Because I just accepted certain companionship
relationships.
Yeah.
I think we all did that so many times in our lives, because when we don't know who we really are or what we really want, it's hard to attract the right person. Because if I'm all over the place and I'm not really certain or secure, I will attract a similar person that's all over the place, and then we're gonna end up not.
But let's, you know what? Look, let's talk a little bit about judgment and about what holds people back from having what they want. So we're in the world of social media, and social media will tell you, you know, you need to have a woman that looks like this, tits and ass, and what, I don't know, whatever you're into. And if you're a woman, you want a guy that's got this and that, and he drives, and he's got all these, you know, and that's fine. But, you know, I always say, think about 3 or 4 things, because there are 20 things that you want from a partner, but just think of 3 or 4 things that is non-negotiable, that you really want. In a way, it's like looking for a house. You know, you want 4 or 5 bedrooms, you want a bathroom in each bedroom, you want a laundry room, but actually what you actually really need is a 3-bed with 1 bathroom. So I'm not saying that, you know, a woman should not go for what they really want, but I think you can be too flipping fussy, you know, if he's not the same age with you, if he's not driving, if he's not this, that, or the other. But actually, if you really connect and resonate with that person.
But you know what, you see all these, let's say, young girls that have 1,000 expectations from their future boyfriend, husband, whatever, doing this and that and this and that. They should understand that, like you said, it's okay to have a handful of expectation. I'd like him to be hardworking, or to be smart, or to be trustworthy. But you have to understand that you're building together, you're co-creating. You can't, if you're expecting as a woman for me to just bring everything and you just sit down there, I think you're looking for a father. You know,
bring everything to the table.
You're looking for a father that's just taking care of you. You know, instead you should aim to co-create.
But then some men like that, and some women like that. Some women think, you know, I don't really want to, you know, I just want a man to look after me. And you've got some men that think, I just want to look after women. And if that works for them, do you, boo-boo? If that works for you.
That goes according to each person's dreams and goals.
Yeah.
You know, and if it works for you, then have a happy life, right?
Yeah. I think, you know, after all what I've been through in my life, the most important thing is being happy with a man who is in my life.
Mhm.
Like, I can't be in a relationship with a man where I'm not happy. I've been through too much shit to kind of, and I wouldn't stay. I just couldn't stay.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so important, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Being in a relationship and suffering, it's just devastating and it's wasting your life, you know?
And you know what? If there are people out there listening to this and they're even going through breakups or they're feeling really lonely and they're looking for someone, I truly, genuinely, 100% that if you want that, you can have that. Are you willing to put in the work to get that? And with the work that people need to put in. So if you're single, and you need to put in the work, and then you won't be single and you'll be with someone that you actually like, what work do people need to put in?
Well, you need to put in the work of the person who you want to become. Right? So you write it down. Who do I want to become? What do I want to do? You know? And then take it first. You want a guy that looks really good.
Yeah.
Well, let's see you in the gym.
Yeah.
You know where you'll find them, not down the club. Maybe they look good as well down the club, but we don't have this mindset, you know, as the one that's already in the gym.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because you know what was really important to me as well, actually, meeting someone that's really, and this is kind of, I remember now the sort of things we had in common. I wanted to meet someone that wasn't like banging drink left and centre, someone that wasn't smoking, but I love the fact that you had done all that. You've done drugs, you've done alcohol, you've done that. So we could relate with Nick, you know, we'd laugh sometimes, but it wasn't a route that you want to continue on. And I know during our relationship, we'd be drunk. Not only met we wasn't drinking, and I think it was when my dad died, I started on the spits. I think.
Yeah, we both went a little bit onto the path, but not too long. I think at the beginning of a relationship, you know, there's that anxiety as well of knowing the person. So you do have a bottle of wine here and there.
We had a little bit.
I think we were gently.
I don't remember us drinking right at the beginning.
No? Well, right at the beginning, I don't think so either. Right at the beginning, we were doing mushrooms instead of wine.
Yeah,
people.
Yeah, but I think it was when I really kind of
Yeah.
But this isn't about judgment, you know. We might, you know, it's about the ups and downs of that. But because I knew when you met, it was something that you didn't want.
Yeah.
I knew that even if we went back to it or we started to drink again, eventually, stop.
But my whatever, you're just a matter of doing, you know.
But with me, it was really like smoking a lot. Like I smoked so heavily. And when I met you, I wasn't smoking. And then I started smoking.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. I don't know. I started smoking again. But then I knew that it wasn't something I always wanted to do. I knew it was a phase in my life. And because I knew where your vision, you had a vision, you knew where you wanted to go. You wanted to look fit. You wanted to eat healthy. You wanted to cut out substance abuse. You wanted to, but why? Paralytic drunk.
Sorry.
We had a little technical hitch there. So go on. What is he saying?
I can't actually remember what was said.
I think think that relationships are important. And you know what? It's not just about the relationship with you. I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning about, relationships with family, with, colleagues, with everything. And I think that you're a good learning person, because I learn from you, and what I learn with you, I implement, with people I meet and with my family and my friends about communicating.
Yeah, we're basically learning from each other. We're each other's student and each other's teacher.
Could you like the way I cook?
I do. And to be honest with you, I don't know what I would do without your cooking. Yeah, honestly, I'll be on for the audience out there who is not from Romania, don't know what pate is. It's a in canned food, something that's made out of in shoes. I don't know what the hell it is. But when she's not at home, I end up just eating trash food. I don't know how to cook. I just she's got like 10 different recipe books.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem. I just don't have it in me.
I'm
so grateful for.
I do like
for
cooking.
your
I do like cooking. And I think that was the thing that really, that was based on the cake. That you were vegan. I mean, imagine that, meeting someone that was vegan.
I actually remember the exact date and time when we were texting each other. And we were talking about doing yoga, and I said, I'm vegan. And he said, they're vegan too. And I just jumped up. I said, yes. That was the jackpot for me.
Yeah, me
That
too.
was the jackpot for me.
Yeah, me too. And then we got married.
And then we got married.
I honestly didn't think I was going to get married again. Like, I didn't. I really didn't. And I think that one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast as well is I think that it resonates to people who are living with HIV, who think that there's no hope. And even if you're not living with HIV, but you have a reason to think that it's going to be difficult for you to meet somebody, the message is you can and you will. It's just not necessarily going to be a straight, easy path.
Yeah, I want to say something as well for people who have HIV and are afraid to go out there and meet people who don't, because people are gonna judge. That's not really something we can do about. We can't really change that. But I'm confident to say that there are thousands of people out there that don't look at it with judgment. They understand. They don't care about whatever is being sold on social media with bullshit and crap and all the lies. And they genuinely care for meeting a real person. And not even say you get a pill and Bob's your uncle. You don't even have to worry about anything. So I think once you put that on the table, everybody's so much open nowadays. Everybody understands so much easier.
Yeah, and people are limiting themselves, because people could be in really nice relationships with really nice people, but the stigma of HIV or mental health or being neurodivergent or having anything stops people from meeting maybe the love of their life, because they think that they don't have enough education. But like Adrian said, if you meet someone that has HIV and they're on effective medication, they can't pass it on. It stops with me. I don't pass it on to Adrian, and we have an amazing sex life.
And not only that, it's not passing, but imagine how you're gonna take a person out of your life just because, what do we call that? A brand? Stigma.
Judgment.
Just because of stigma. You're gonna miss out on such great and amazing experiences, or like you said, the love of your life.
Yeah.
Because HIV doesn't create your character, your personality, your house, your finances, your kids, none of that. So how are you gonna kick that out the door just because you think something bad's gonna happen?
Nothing will happen. No. You're not going to be someone that's living with HIV, because even though you know you can't get it physically, what people are going to say about you, well, then you have to question yourself. Like, if you're so worried that people will say.
So let's create a scenario. If I were to worry about what the people around me are going to think, friends, family, co-workers, etc., or being with you, then that would mean that I'm not in a relationship with you for you. I'm in a relationship with you for them.
So,
like, are you meeting somebody because of your mother, your brother, your father, your sister, your co-worker? No, you're meeting them because you want that deeply.
And when we're in this house, it's just me and him. There's no friends or family or social media who's living with us.
Yeah, of course. You know, unless you're living with 10 brothers or something, that's gonna be different.
Well, that's different. That's different. You have to conform.
Like them old families back in the 50s or 70s. My father was a brother of 9, so
wow.
nobody makes 9, 10 kids nowadays anymore. I mean, not as often as they used to. Yeah. So you're in luck.
Yeah. So, okay, if you've got any, so this was a 30th episode, and I really wanted you to come on because I don't think people maybe know much about us. Is there any questions you want to ask me?
Oh, really? No. Is there any question you want to ask me?
Why are you so hot? Anyway, thank you for listening. If you do have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you want to hear more on other subjects from Adrian and I, we're happy to oblige.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Please like and subscribe and click that button. Have a great one.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Aunty Lous Hour. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.